What's up, my people? How do you go from being the central bank governor of a country to being arrested? And how did we end up launching a fake national air carrier? Like, shout out, by the way, to a Nigerian man that converted his vehicle to an electric vehicle. Also, find out how Sendwave is making it easier for you to carry money around the world, actually. And make sure that you watch till the very end to find out how people are now using AI, artificial intelligence, to scam loved ones back home. Please click the thumbs up button if you're yet to, and please subscribe if you're yet to. It's your girl Adeola Fayo bringing you juicy African news. So it's confirmed, Nigerian central bank governor has been suspended and arrested. And guess what? Many Nigerians are not even surprised. They're saying, well, he should have been arrested a long time ago.
There had been calls for the governor's removal when news filtered out that he was interested in contesting for the presidential seat, and this was seen as a violation of provisions of the CBN Act. The calls worsened after he introduced a Naira redesign policy that led to scarcity of Naira notes until the Supreme Court ruling.
Also, his decision to continuously print and lend money to the Nigerian government.
Let's take a look at allegations against him, from funding subversive groups to terrorism charges, mismanagement of Nigeria's social investment program, illegal economic crimes of national security dimension, money laundering, unwholesome activity through proxies, and round-tripping, conferment of financial benefits to self and others, threats to national security, criminal conspiracy to divert government resources, terrorism financing.
So you can't help but wonder how Buhari's administration overlooked all the accusations against this man. Remember that DSS has been investigating him for months now, and they actually wanted to arrest him in December after accusing him of financing terrorism and economic crimes, but a judge ruled that they couldn't provide evidence to support the allegations. So in the meantime, though, Fola Shodun Adebisi Shonubi, a deputy governor at the central bank, is now the acting governor. So we'll keep you posted on that. Meanwhile, this next story is not only embarrassing, but I personally feel like I was scammed. Because, you know, when I saw Nigerian Air unveiled, oh, Father, I was so happy. I was so excited, because I am one of those who have been saying for years that when will we have our own national carrier, you know?
Coming 8 years after it was first embarked upon in 2015 by the President Muhammadu Buhari administration, Nigeria Air is formally being launched.
This is one infrastructure that has been missing in the general aviation dynamics of the country.
Starting with $250 million, according to the Nigerian government, the Nigeria Air is projected to hit $5 billion in the next 5 years.
So to now find out that this was actually an old plane chartered from Ethiopia, repainted and presented to us as our national carrier, and then returned back to Ethiopia after the whole ceremony. Oh, Lord.
The Nigeria Air project. The issue was shrouded in secrecy to the extent that it was fraudulently displayed as a new national carrier, contrary to the extant court order and international rules that strictly guided airline operations. This indeed was an embarrassment to the committee.
Thank you, my mother. Who does that? This is a scam.
Why will you, for whatever reason, having an interim MD, be in a hurry to unveil a national carrier on the last day of your administration? Why?
The aircraft that came in and left was a legitimate charter flight. You see, ever since 2018, all you'd ever seen about Nigeria Air aircraft were pictures. And we felt it was time to show what the real aircraft would look like.
I mean, you don't mean it. You don't mean it. So we don't know how a plane looks like. I'm sure you guys know how a plane looks like.
Was it reasonably necessary? You know, you have to take this to take taxpayers' money and charter an aircraft all the way from Ethiopia to come here and for unveiling, if the purpose is just to show Nigerians how the aircraft is going to. We have had the pictures on social media when it was unveiled in Fambro.
Anyways, I don't think the man understands how embarrassing this is. And the worst part is, They just got us excited for nothing. They're not even close to being ready to launch Nigeria Air.
We haven't got a license yet to operate. We haven't got to that stage yet. We are not at the point of operating the airline yet at all.
So why put up a drama, wasting taxpayers' money? What's the difference between this man and Yahoo boys? Seriously, what's the difference? Thank God for social media. Ibelashiri wanted to, it was social media that exposed them. Kelechi Deka tracked the registration number of the aircraft. That's how the truth came out. Now, speaking of truth, guys, it's time we start investing in electric vehicles in Nigeria, especially now that subsidy is gone. You know, I saw this video from Ibadan. Someone converted their vehicle into an electric vehicle, and it works.
Hello, my name is Victorious Victor. I want to introduce to you a new product that is in town in Ibadan. It's called the electric car. The electric car moves without engine. This is it. It's so portable. Look at it. And this is the solar panel on it. So even if the charging runs out, if you are out of it, the solar panel will keep working.
Say what you want, laugh if you want to, it doesn't matter. This person no longer has to queue for petrol. And he's not the only one. Remember the electric buses in Borno State that we talked about a year ago, built by a young man called Mustafa Gajibo. Actually, he's converting regular buses into electric buses.
The first buses we converted were 7-seater buses, which could cover up to 130 kilometers on one charge and can carry up to 7 people. I went into bringing solution to this. That's what actually motivated me into building of electric vehicles.
Very impressive, right? And they look so good, they look so neat, they look well done.
The prices of fuel is going up day by day. Prices of transportation are also going up day by day. You can see damages normal petrol-powered vehicles are causing to our environment.
By the way, he said that last year when we still had subsidy. I mean, if he's able to do that in Maiduguri, where they've experienced several terrorist attacks, this is the time for young people all over the country, engineering students in every state, to replicate such, because there's a huge need for it right now. And guess what? He's creating employment opportunities in Borno for drivers and providing clean buses for passengers.
These electric cars have helped us solve so many problems, especially when it comes to buying fuel. Now we drive for about 120 kilometers every day on one full charge. Due to its low cost, we also ask passengers to pay less compared to other buses.
Electric cars like these offer a cleaner alternative to vehicles run on petrol. They reduce carbon emissions and provide cheaper transportation, making Gajibo's project a much-needed innovation.
Now that life has given us lemon, yes, we've been complaining, but now let's think about how we can make lemonade out of it. Let's find ways to make life easier for ourselves. Let me first of all, speaking of making life easier, move closer. Let me first of all tell you guys what SendWave has been doing. They've been working on a project that I'm really excited to tell you about. You can still use SendWave to send money to Nigeria, Ghana, Tanzania, Kenya, and Uganda from the US, UK, Canada, and so on. But not just that. Now they have a way for you to carry money, especially when traveling. If you're traveling abroad or even within the US, without needing to take your actual bank card. So, ladies and gentlemen, introducing SendWave Pay. I don't want to show my details, that's why I'm covering it. This card is very similar to a debit card, but it's actually better than a debit card. It's not a debit card, it's better than a debit card. Because first of all, you can transfer money into this card from your bank account or your debit card, which means if you have kids and they are 18 and above, you can get one for them. Instead of giving them cash for pocket money, or if you don't want them to have a bank card yet, you can get them one of these. If you live in the US, get them a SendWave Pay, and you know how much you transferred into their account, so you know how much money they have, like maybe when they're going to school on campus, and they don't need to be asking your kids about their credit history and all that. You can just transfer money into their SendWave Pay card. So it's like, it works like they have a debit card, except you're the one in charge. Now, this applies to parents as well. Nobody is checking your credit history or your credit score. You can just get the card. Once they notify you that you can apply, you can just apply for the card. So first of all, there's no minimum minimum balance fee, no account maintenance fee, no fees at all, no minimum balance. And the best part is if you're traveling abroad with this card, Sendwave will reimburse you for all transaction fees when you use your card while traveling. You know they charge a lot of money abroad when you use your debit or credit card. So Sendwave is basically covering all the fees that comes with you using their card abroad. And it gives you peace of mind because you don't have to worry about losing your debit card, your credit card. It's a Sendwave card. If you lose it, first of all, you can turn it off on your phone so that nobody can use it. And then you can request for a new one, and guess what? They will send you a new one within 2 weeks. So you don't need to call your bank if the card gets lost. You can disable it by yourself on your phone. And if you now use this to send money abroad with your Sendwave account, instead of using your own debit card to send money abroad, if you use this to send money to Nigeria, Ghana, Tanzania, Kenya, and Uganda, you will save up to 25% on the transfer fees. And you will be earning an interest every month, and your interest is way more than that of the bank. And if you're wondering whether or not it is secured, yes, it is secured. Sendwave has partnered with Piedmont Bank, member FDIC, in order to provide the bank accounts, because you know Sendwave is a tech company, they are not a bank. So as a result of this, all accounts are FDIC insured up to $250,000 by Piedmont Bank. So you can be rest assured that your money is safe in Sendwave Pay. And now to know whether or not you're one of the lucky ones who already have access, all you need to do is open your Sendwave app on your phone and see if you can see the wallet icon at the bottom of your screen inside the Sendwave app. If you see that, that means that you can now sign up right away for the Sendwave card, and if you live within the US, they will send it to you. Now, if the wallet has not been added to you, the bottom of your screen, don't worry about it. They are rolling it out gradually. Every week, they are adding new people. So as soon as you're added, as soon as you can apply, you get an alert on your app letting you know that, okay, it's your turn to apply for your Sendwave card. So make sure that you are on the lookout for that and apply. Now, if you're not in the US, don't worry. They're doing it one country at a time. Right now, this is for those living in the US. And speaking of those of you living in the US or anywhere else abroad, please move closer. So this is a personal experience. A relative of mine called me some days ago. Apparently, because of the AI technology, you know that it is easy now to clone people's voices. So what I'm trying to say is, with AI, someone disguised as me using my voice, and they called this relative of mine to say, first of all, I recently changed my phone number, so this is my new phone number, and I'm stranded somewhere. I needed cash, and the cash will be returned to them the same day, but they need to find 280,000 naira ASAP and give to somebody that will come and collect it, and somebody else will bring the money for them in the evening. And so this relative of mine was so confused because he was like, this is Adeola's voice, but Adeola needs 280,000 naira and she's calling me, and so he was really confused. He tried calling my number that he has. Unfortunately, what these people did was they made sure to call him nighttime in the US, daytime in Nigeria. And so to cut the long story short, he couldn't reach me, and so he thought maybe that was me. The good thing though is that he didn't, send them any cash. He waited for morning time, and then he called me again, and I picked up the phone, and I was like, heck no, I did not call you. I did not. I'm not stranded anywhere. I did not change my number. These are scammers, People have been using AI to scam people. Please don't give anybody cash. He said he already figured it out because he spoke with my siblings and they already told him, no, it's not possible. Okay, so that was my experience, and I've already called all my relatives in Nigeria. I'm like, if anybody tells you that I'm stranded, please do not believe them. If anybody is asking for money in my name, even if they sound like me, even if they use my voice, please do not believe them. It's a scam. I didn't change my number. But I'm telling you guys so that you can also tell your family members, because you may say, well, this cannot happen to me. I didn't expect it to happen to me either. I thought everybody loves me. Everybody loves Raymond. I'm just kidding. I know you guys, you love me sometimes, you hate me sometimes, depending on what I talk about. But I was really surprised, that anybody would want to do that to me. It has to be someone that knows my relatives, for them to call someone that is related to me, you know. But please make sure that you tell your loved ones to be careful. If anybody calls them with a different number that is not yours, that they should not give anybody any money until they reach you, even if it's nighttime, your time. And if you are related to me, or if you're my friend, you have my phone number, even if you don't live in Nigeria, you live in the US. Let this also be like, you know, a notice for you to please don't ever believe anybody if they tell you they're Adeola Fire, they are stranded, they need money. It's not true. Call my number. So I thought I would throw this out there so that people don't get scammed. Alright guys, did you click the thumbs up button yet? Please make sure that you do that and make sure that you share this video. Alright y'all, it's been real and I'm keeping it right up in here. Don't forget to follow me on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram, and if you're yet to subscribe to my channel, I'm watching you on Plasma TV. Press the subscribe button and the bell button. Until next time, I'm gonna see you all later. Peace out.